There is nothing you need to do right now. No task waiting to be completed. No problem that requires your attention. You can allow yourself to arrive here, just as you are. If your body feels tired, that is fine. If your mind feels busy, that is also fine. Nothing needs to change in order for you to listen. Take a slow, natural breath. And as you breathe out, notice the simple relief of not needing to hurry. We live in a world that moves quickly. Information arrives constantly. Attention is pulled in many directions at once. Over time, this pace can begin to feel normal, even when it leaves us feeling scattered or tense. Calm focus is not about escaping this world. It is about learning how to remain steady within it. For now, let the outside world soften slightly. You don't need to push it away. You don't need to shut it out. Just allow it to become less central as your attention rests here. Calm focus does not mean forcing the mind to be quiet. It does not require silence inside. The mind thinks, it plans, it remembers. This is not a mistake. Rather than struggling against thought, you can begin to change how you relate to it. When thoughts arise, you can notice them gently, as you might notice clouds passing through the sky. There is no need to follow each one, no need to hold onto them. They can come and they can go. Your role is not to control the mind, but to offer it a place to settle. You may notice that attention feels restless at times. This is natural in a busy world. Rather than tightening your focus, see if you can soften it. Imagine resting your attention instead of gripping it, like resting your eyes on a distant horizon, allowing them to relax rather than strain. This kind of focus is gentle. It does not demand effort. And because it is gentle, it can be sustained. Much of modern life encourages urgency, a sense that everything is important and that everything must be addressed immediately. Over time, this can keep the body and mind alert, even when there is no real danger. Calm focus invites a different rhythm, a slower rhythm, a more human pace. You may begin to notice moments when the body tightens. The shoulders lift slightly, the jaw clenches, the breath becomes shallow. Each time you notice this, you are already returning to calm focus. Awareness itself is a form of steadiness. Focus is often described as something to be held, as if attention must be fixed in place. But calm focus is something you return to again and again. When the mind wanders, you return. When attention drifts, you return, not with frustration, not with judgment. Simply returning as many times as needed. This returning is not a failure, it is the practice itself. You might find it helpful to rest your attention on something simple, the natural rhythm of breathing, the feeling of the body being supported, the sound of this voice. There is no correct choice. If attention moves away, you can gently guide it back. Each return strengthens ease rather than effort. Calm focus does not require control. It grows through kindness. In a hectic world, calm focus can become a quiet refuge, not a place you escape to, but a way of being you carry with you. You may begin to notice that even when life moves quickly, you do not always have to move at the same pace. You can slow slightly. You can pause. You can choose how you respond. This does not make you less capable. In many cases, it allows clarity to emerge more naturally. When pressure eases, understanding often has space to arise. Calm focus creates room for discernment, for recognizing what truly requires your attention and what can be left alone. Not everything needs to be solved immediately. Not every thought needs to be followed. With practice, you may find it easier to let unnecessary concerns pass by, while remaining present with what is simple and real. As you continue listening, you might notice the body settling more deeply. Perhaps the weight of the body feels heavier, more supported. Perhaps the breath feels slower or more even. There is no need to examine these sensations. You can simply allow them. The body often knows how to rest once it is no longer being hurried. If thoughts arise about the day or about what comes next, you do not need to engage with them. You are allowed to set them down for now. They will still be there later if they need to be. For this moment, nothing is required of you. Calm focus is not something you achieve once and then keep forever. It is something you return to gently through many small moments of awareness. Each time you notice tension and soften, you are practicing calm focus. Each time you pause before reacting, you are practicing calm focus. Each time you allow things to remain unfinished, you are practicing calm focus. There is no need to rush this process. Steadiness develops gradually through patience and repetition. Continue to listen, you may notice that the mind no longer feels quite as busy as it did before. Thoughts may still appear, but they often arrive with less urgency, less insistence. This is not because you have forced the mind to be calm, but because attention has been given permission to rest. Calm focus often emerges in this way, quietly and without announcement. There is no clear moment when it arrives. Instead, there is simply a gradual easing, a sense that you no longer need to be on guard. The body may respond first, softening in small ways, allowing tension to dissolve where it has been held for some time. You might notice the breath becoming slower, not because you are controlling it, but because the nervous system is beginning to recognize that it is safe to settle. Each breath arrives on its own, and each breath leaves on its own, requiring no effort from you at all. You can allow this natural rhythm to continue in the background without needing to follow it closely. If the mind begins to drift, that is perfectly fine. You do not need to bring it back sharply or correct it. You can allow attention to wander gently, knowing that it will return in its own time. Calm focus does not depend on constant awareness. It depends on trust. Trust that returning is always possible and that nothing has gone wrong in the moments when attention moves elsewhere. Many people feel that they must stay mentally alert in order to remain in control of their lives. Over time, this belief can become exhausting. Calm focus offers a different possibility. It allows you to remain present without remaining tense. It allows awareness without vigilance. You can be here without watching for the next thing that might go wrong. As this sense of ease continues, you may begin to notice more space between thoughts. These spaces do not need to be filled. They are not gaps that require activity. They are simply moments of quiet, moments where nothing needs to happen. You can rest in these spaces without trying to hold on to them, knowing that they will come and go naturally. If you are listening during the evening or at night, you may find that the mind becomes less interested in staying organized or productive. This is a natural response to slowing down. You are not losing focus. You are allowing focus to change form, becoming broader, softer, and less defined. This kind of attention is deeply restorative. There is nothing you need to remember from this reflection. Nothing you need to carry forward as an instruction or technique. The experience itself is enough. Simply listening, simply resting attention here, is already supporting calm focus in the background. You may notice that effort continues to fade. Listening becomes easier. Thoughts become quieter or less compelling. The body continues to settle, guided by its own intelligence. You can allow this process to unfold without interference. For now, you can remain here, allowing attention to rest wherever it feels most comfortable. On the sound of this voice, on the sensation of breathing, or simply on the quiet sense of being present. There is no right place for attention to land. Wherever it rests is enough. As attention continues to settle, you may begin to notice a subtle shift in how the mind relates to experience. Thoughts still arise, sensations still come and go, but there is often a little more space around them. They no longer feel quite so urgent, quite so demanding. This space is not something you create deliberately. It emerges naturally when effort softens. Calm focus does not require you to withdraw from life or become detached from it. Instead, it allows you to meet each moment with a steadier presence. You can be aware without being overwhelmed. You can notice without becoming pulled in every direction. This steadiness is not rigid or fixed. It is flexible, responsive, and gentle. You may notice that when attention is calmer, it becomes easier to distinguish between what truly needs your energy and what does not. Some thoughts lose their intensity. Some concerns no longer feel as compelling. This does not mean they were unimportant. It simply means that they no longer require your immediate involvement. As you listen now, you can allow yourself to rest in this sense of discernment. There is no need to decide anything, no need to plan or resolve. You are simply noticing how it feels when the mind is not constantly reaching ahead. The body often responds to this shift by settling more fully. Muscles soften. Breathing becomes more even. There may be a sense of heaviness or warmth, or simply a feeling of being supported. You do not need to encourage these sensations. You can allow them to come and go on their own. If the mind begins to wander again, that is not a problem. Wandering is part of the natural rhythm of attention. Each time you notice it, you can gently return to listening, without urgency and without judgment. The return itself is enough. Over time, these gentle returns cultivate a kind of confidence, a quiet trust that you can always come back to the present moment, no matter how busy or distracted things become. This trust reduces the need to stay constantly alert. You no longer have to monitor every thought or sensation. Calm focus allows life to unfold without constant interference. You are still here, still aware, but there is less grasping, less tension. Attention rests more easily, like a hand placed gently rather than clenched. As this sense of ease continues, you may notice moments when nothing in particular is happening. These moments do not need to be filled. They are not empty or lacking. They are simply quiet. You can allow them to remain as they are without searching for something else. There is nothing you need to understand from this experience, nothing you need to remember or take away. The process is already happening on its own. Your role is simply to allow it. For now, you can continue to rest here, listening, breathing, and allowing attention to remain soft and open. There is no need to hurry. There is no next task waiting. Just this steady, gentle presence. As this reflection begins to draw to a close, you can allow attention to remain exactly where it is. There is no need to shift gears or re-engage with effort. Whatever state the mind is in right now is completely acceptable. You may notice that calm focus does not feel like something dramatic or special. It feels ordinary, quiet, unremarkable. And yet, it is often in this simplicity that the deepest sense of ease is found. Nothing needs to be added. Nothing needs to be taken away. If you are listening during the day, you may gently carry this quality of attention forward with you. moving a little more slowly, doing one thing at a time, allowing pauses to exist without needing to fill them. Calm focus does not ask you to withdraw from life, only to meet it with a little less tension. If you are listening in the evening or at night, you may allow the mind to loosen its grip entirely. There is nothing left to organize, nothing left to prepare. You can allow awareness to soften, becoming less defined, less concerned with holding anything together. Thoughts may continue to arise, or they may begin to fade. Either is fine. You are not required to manage them. You can let them come and go in their own time, like distant sounds that do not require your attention. The body may continue to settle. Breathing may slow naturally. Muscles may relax further. You do not need to encourage this process. The body knows how to rest when it is no longer being rushed. For a few moments, you can simply remain here. Listening, breathing, being present without effort. There is nowhere else you need to be. This moment does not need to lead anywhere. It does not need to be productive or meaningful. It is enough as it is. If sleep comes, you can allow it to come. If wakefulness remains, you can rest quietly within it. Both are welcome. Both are part of the same gentle rhythm. For now, you can allow this sense of calm focus to remain in the background, supporting you without demand. There is nothing left to do, nothing left to listen for. Just this quiet space, this gentle settling, this pause.